Hello. One of the most befuddling pieces of knowledge that the ego struggles to get its arms around is that I am is the only substance in existence. I am is awareness, is being, is consciousness, and there's only one consciousness, which is the one awareness and the one being and the one I am. All of those descriptors are the same one substance. So in this video, we talk about getting extremely direct with yourself and realizing that you are none of your adjuncts. Any of these attributes you've added onto yourself, you are not that. You are I am. That is it. I am that I am. And so let's run through some of these. Well, some of the more simpler ones or the bigger ones, you could say, I'm not my career, whatever that might be, I am not an athlete, or I am not a music lover, or I am not my other activities. Whatever your activities are, whatever you do in life, you are not that. So it's seen that you are not these more broad adjuncts. Let's get a little bit more direct. If you're a father or a mother, you are not a father or a mother. If you are a husband or a wife, you are not a husband or a wife. If you're a son or a daughter, you are neither of these. Or if you are a friend, you are not a friend. Yet, husbanding is happening. Wifing is happening, fathering is happening, and mothering is happening, and friending is happening, and sonning and daughtering is happening. That's what's coming through. But you are not these adjuncts. You remain as I am. And what you'll see as you rest into I am more and more is that everything that I just mentioned gets really intimate. It's again counterintuitive. It's part of the paradox that as you let go of all of these adjuncts that you believe yourself to be, everything that you thought you were gets closer. And in those experiences, they become more loving. Let's get even more direct. I am not responsible. I am not trustworthy. I am not credible, and I don't have integrity. Yet, responsibility is happening. Trustworthiness is happening. Credibility is happening, and integrity is happening. You couldn't be these if you tried. If this is what's coming through you, then this is what's coming through you. They aren't you. You do not have to identify yourself as them. And guess what? These all become more credible in themselves. That you just let them come through you, and you'll see that your performance, you could say, actually heightens. And everybody that you're associated with that experiences these attributes of yours will notice a difference. And most importantly, you do not have to believe in yourself. You are you. You are yourself. You know this inherently. A belief is actually a movement away from the love of yourself. It actually is it's a piece of bondage that binds you into a box because a belief has a certain criteria that you've imagined, and you are infinite. There's no box here. Self doesn't have any idea what a box is. And so you just are yourself by being yourself. You do not have to believe in yourself or believe in anything for whatever it is you're talking about to be just that. And this is a direct form of letting go, right? Because you're letting go of this attribute world we've mistaken as reality. And the more and more of this attribute you let go, the more and more of the manifestation you let go of, the more and more separation is let go, and the more you come home to rest into the unity of your being, of yourself. So I encourage you to pick a couple of these out and play around with them, so to speak. You know, if you're a husband or a wife, go a day to see if you could relinquish that attribute of yourself, and notice that it's still going to play out as it is. And the more and more you let this attribute go, the more and more intimate that relationship will get. So pick this out with credibility, or maybe some of your activities. You know, if you're a musician, no, you're not a musician, yet musicianing comes through you. You will, as a musician or an artist, you will get rid of the veil of ego, and you will become more direct with your music or your art or your activities or your career or anything you're doing. You are going to become more and more intimate with it. The more and more direct you get with you are nothing other than being. You are nothing other than I am. I am is everything. This one substance. This is all you have to know. And here's the other benefit from letting go in this form, in this direct form, is that now it will become easier and easier for you to turn your attention inward, because you will start to experience being more and more as you let go of your attributes more and more. So again, I encourage you to start to let go and see that you are not these beliefs, that these adjuncts, these criteria that you placed on yourself. This is nothing but a form of bondage, limited bondage that you've placed over the infinite of yourself, and you're letting that finite bondage go so the infinite being can shine through into and onto the world. Take care.